Hey y'all, it's Gemini Jazz with House of Chiron, and I'm just here for the good news, honey. We are back with another episode of Galactic Gossip. Yes, indeed. So, this week we will be covering the astrological energy from April the 5th, which is today, Sunday, all the way through Saturday, April the 11th. And I'm just going to give you a little overview of kind of what's happening. But if you want a more detailed analysis, you know where to find your girl, and I can tell you exactly where this is happening in your chart. So before I get started, I just want to make a few quick announcements. I do have the full moon blog that will be coming out on my website. I will be sharing some of that on my Instagram as well as my Facebook and Twitter pages. So keep a lookout for that. And normally with the new moon and the full moon blogs, I do a sign by sign analysis on how the energy will manifest in your chart by your rising sign. So keep a lookout for that. That will be coming out in the next day or so. Also, I have 20% off on all solar return readings for Aries. And I will be also creating new content that I'll be putting out on my Instagram as well as my other social media scenes and whatnot, and as well as on my website. So there's going to be new content. And speaking of website, I am working on revamping and creating some newness to my website. So keep a lookout for all the things that are happening with House of Chiron and your girl, Gemini Jazz. Okay, so let's get into galactic gossip for this week. We have some interesting energy that we are working with. Okay, so at the start of this week, so we're still working with Venus trining Saturn and Mars. We are also still working with the Jupiter conjunct Pluto energy that happened over the weekend. And first, let's talk about Venus trining Mars. So this can be a great time to commit to a partnership or commit to a goal or something that you are trying to manifest, or commit to a new direction that you're trying to go into. So it's a really great time, and really with Venus being in the sign of Gemini and Saturn and Mars now being in Aquarius. So this is finding a new innovative way to commit to the Venusian things in your life. That's the money, that's the beauty, the partnerships, your values. How are you going to stay committed to what it is that you truly value? Finding the innovative and the inventive ways to commit to these things. How do you ground yourself in that? And it could also, on the other hand, bring some limitations and some restrictions in regards to the things that you value. You might want to initiate something with that Mars energy being there. You might come up with this wonderful idea or this wonderful way of doing something or wanting to do something. And the Mars energy is all about initiating, like the go energy. But with Saturn being there, it's kind of like, hold up, let's find the practicality in this. Let's get grounded in this. Let's see. How are we going to do the work in obtaining this? Because Saturn is the long term. You know, once you put in the work, it's something that is there for the long haul. It's not like these flighty gifts or these the flighty things that you might manifest that can be here 1 minute and gone the next day. It's once you put the work in, with Saturn being there, these things tend to last for lifetimes, right? So also with Venus making this trine to these two planets, these are known as the malefic planets. So they're not deemed as benefic. It's the only other way I can explain it. So you can really get some oppressive energy with the two in regards to your Venusian things, your finances and whatnot. So that's on the opposite end. So it can work either way. And of course, this just depends on where this is happening in your chart. So this is really great energy to work through issues and also find solutions to things, possibly in your partnerships. You could be finding new innovative ways to make money, or how to clear out your debt, or how to bring more revenue into your business, things of that nature. Also, this is going to help us to find that determination, right? Determining on what work needs to be had at this time. See what relationships also are solid and which ones are not, and being able to release those things, right? Because Mars is there. Mars is the planet that also removes. It rules knives. It's the cutter. It just cuts things, like cut it out. We just done with that. So it's the warrior planet. So the things that aren't solid in your life, the things that are not solid to your foundational values will be removed easily with this whole transit that's happening, with this trine to Venus. So this is really, really, really pushing us to ask ourselves the questions in regards to what it is that we value, what foundations are we trying to build, what direction are we trying to go into, getting really crystal clear on your destiny, your purpose, and what it is that you want individually for your life. So I don't know how else I can say with this energy, figure it out. So moving on, we have Jupiter in a conjunction to Pluto, still being in that energy, and is still bringing opportunity to transform our lives in a major way. And this transformation that's happening is helping us to align to our destiny and to our deepest desires, right? And this can bring intense focus. This can bring the intense focus as well as the instant manifestation, because with these two planets being in a conjunction, this is like instant manifestation energy. So it's very important to be mindful what you are focusing on. Be very mindful where you are putting your energy into, right? What is it that you're really trying to manifest? What direction are you trying to go? What is your destiny? What is your purpose? What is your deepest desires? What are they? This also goes in connection with the Venus trining Saturn and Mars energy. What is it that you want? What are your values? Because right now we have the potential to put in the work to have instant manifestation of these things that we truly desire at a deep soul level. And so it's about being mindful, keeping your mind focused on more so what you want and not what you don't want. Focus on what it is that you desire. Don't focus on what it is that you don't want, because it doesn't matter. You know what you want, focus on that. Focus on the work that's going to be needed in order to put into manifesting that. If you don't know, start researching, start writing things out, start making a list, journal what it is that you want. If you're not clear, talk it out with someone that you can confide in, so you can find that balance in regards to what it is that you truly desire, what it is that you truly want, what are your values. Your values shouldn't change much. Your values are your values. What you want in regards to what you truly value shouldn't waver much. So that is something that you have to really sit with and have a deep understanding on what it is that you truly find value in. And it also starts with finding the value within yourself. What is it that you value within yourself? And from that question that you would ask yourself, you would see how what it is that you value within you is manifesting into your reality. So everything starts with you. Everything starts within. So this Jupiter conjunct Pluto energy is helping us to tap into or really realign with our destinies, as well as our deepest desires, and using this Venus trine Saturn and Mars energy to put in place the values in order to manifest our foundations. This is the start of a new world, technically, really. Let's just be honest. So what are we trying to build moving into this new era? Ask yourself that. So this Jupiter conjunct Pluto energy happens 3 times this year. So it happens again this summer. And I believe it's during Leo season. And then it happens again towards the end of the year. So this is the first time that this exact conjunction is happening with Jupiter conjunct Pluto. So just keep in mind that you have 2 more times to feel this energy and really give it a hard go, because 2021 is coming. And 2020 is the foundational year. What foundations are you building? It's the year of the 4, which is the foundation. It's the home. It's the base of things. So where are you trying to build? What foundation are you building it out of? What material are you building your foundation out of in order for 2021 to come? And then you can start building upon that. So keep that in mind, that although I know we are all quarantined, we all shut in, there's still work that you can be doing, or you could literally be taking the time to rest in order for you to have the go energy when it's time for you to put in the work. So whatever works for you, whatever is contingent upon with your life right now, whatever is meaningful to you, wherever that's at, that's how you know what needs to be done. Also keep in mind that this is the energy that whatever you focus on, whatever you're doing currently, you will breed more of that. So if you are currently breeding in procrastination or negative self-talk, you will breed more of that into your life. So it's really important to kind of scale back the energy that you're putting into yourself as well as the universe, because that's just going to come back to you. So moving on, we have this Mars square Uranus energy that's happening. And so this is really, this energy is, okay, it is trying to push us to break free from the restrictions. But at the same time this week, be very careful that you're not being a complete rebel with the social distancing rules that we have right now, and that you're just going out and doing your own thing. Be very mindful that you don't go out and start doing stuff like that, but look more inward. Everything right now is internal. What restrictions do you need to break free from yourself that you have placed upon yourself? Not necessarily the powers that be, not necessarily the systematic things that have been placed on us. Yes, at some point, yes. But what limitations and what restrictions have you placed on your mind, on your thinking, on the things that you can manifest for yourself, the life that you would like to have for you? What restrictions have you, or what limited beliefs do you have in regards to that, that you need to break free from? And also, this is going to breed a lot of energy with fighting against yourself. So it's going to be like this push pull, like, the angel and the devil on the shoulder kind of energy. That's what it's going to be like. I need this in order to have that. And with Uranus being there in Taurus, it is really talking about your values, the things that you are trying to create, your possessions. And with Mars being in Aquarius, it's playing off that energy. So it's asking you to move forward, be innovative. We are not going back to the way things were. There's going to be a new way of being for all of us. So it is asking you, this energy right now is asking all of us to break free from the old structures, break free from the old way of being, the old way of doing things, the old way of seeing things. Also break free from the limitations that we have placed upon ourselves. Anything is possible. We can create whatever it is that we deem to create. And so this is activating the innovation and the inner rebel in all of us to just be just that extra, just the Aquarius energy. You know how Aquarius, they are very humanitarian. They focus on what I have as an individual that is different, that I can provide for the whole. So that's what we are trying to focus on with this energy. It's going to be charging us up to promote the inner innovative, the inner innovative individual within us. So how can we recreate ourselves in this time of seclusion, in this time of isolation? How can we figure out ways of, okay, I don't have this, but I want that. So how can we figure out ways that if we don't have this one aspect, how can we still create what it is that we truly desire, what it is that we truly value, the things that we want, our destiny? So that's what this is helping us do. Also moving forward beyond the harshness, it's like taking the L and turning into a lesson. right? Like, okay, I may have lost in that area, or I may have been putting in a lot of work in this. And so now it's time that I start creating. It's time that I start innovatively thinking of a new way of creating this. Because Aquarius energy, Uranus energy, they are the creators. They are the innovators. They create things. They are over the technology. It rules technology. It rules flying and airplanes and, you know, all of these things, these new age in the communication era type of energy. So what is it that you can create that is innovative and new for you, that is individualistic, right? Because they are the individuals, right? What is it that is individualistic to you that's going to help you create and manifest that life that you want? Doing the work now can create movement later. And we have this energy happening right now where it's like, we want to get out there and move. We want to get out and do stuff, but we're being forced to sit down. It's because we're being forced to go inward and find the step-by-step, find the new ways of being. It's a time for introspection right now. So using this time to create your plan for when the world opens. Yeah, the world's going to open, but it's going to open up and it's not going to be the same. So how can we take this time to really dig deep within and find new ways of being, new ways of doing, and new ways of creating the life that we so desire? Let's see. So the big energy that we have for this week is the full moon in Libra. All right, so full moons, they are a culmination point. They also are a time for releasing. It is when the moon and the sun are in opposition and the sun is completely illuminating the moon. And the moon focuses on the home, the family, the foundation, the mother archetype, the feminine energy, the feminine essence, and the feminine people who are in your life, right? And with the sun is your life force. It's your personality. It's your joy. So this energy is coming to a culmination. It's bringing things to a culminating point to where you can now release what does not work for you. And being in the sign of Libra, it is showing you what needs to be released that is no longer in balance with what it is that you're trying to create. What does not resonate with you and what is creating imbalance in your life. Those things need to be released. So it's being illuminated through the moon and released through the sun. So I will talk about this more so in my blog and go into detail based on your rising sign. If you do not know your rising sign, please reach out to me and we can get you your natal chart read and get an understanding as to how this energy and specifically is affecting you in your chart and what is it that you can do to maximize, the benefit in your life. So with this full moon in Libra, it's happening at the beginning of the week on Tuesday. It's also making an in conjunction to Neptune in Pisces. So this can bring an imbalance to health because Neptune rules sickness and illness and health as well. So it could bring an imbalance to that, or it can promote balance in health. It can go either way. It also can promote illusions. So it could bring a lot of like a dream state because Neptune rules the dream state. And also Neptune is the planet of imprisonment. So where have you been imprisoning yourself in being imbalanced in your thoughts, in your actions, in your ways of being? So it is like a mental prison. So where is it that you are not tapping in and you're using that as a means to escape, right? So this is where the escapism comes from. Where are you not facing yourself? Where are you not fully seeing yourself? And being that we're all in seclusion and we're all isolated and we're all quarantined, a lot of us cannot hide from ourselves. We cannot run from the things that we need to face, that we have used, work, social gatherings, business, whatever leisurely things or work things, whatever things that you were focusing more on and not focusing on yourself. We can't use those things anymore to run away from what is truly needed within. So that's what this moon is going to illuminate for us, to show us what it is that we need to let go of that is no longer in balance, no longer in balance with us. So this also takes me back to talking about, was it Venus trining Saturn and Mars? So the things that are no longer balanced, and this is in regards to your values, this is in regards to the things that you are trying to manifest in your life, as well as this Jupiter conjunct Pluto energy. All of these things are tying into each other. So this is telling us where our attention has been, what is not working for us, and also showing us the relationships and the possessions that we have. And possessions, I mean everything that you possess, from the way you think, from the way you are, the physical possessions that you have, all of the things that you possess, all of these things that you have that are no longer in alignment with your destiny that you are heading into, with your deepest desires. These things will be released. These things are the things that you need to be focusing on releasing at the full moon. So later on in the week, we have the moon moving into Scorpio, and it's going to be making a square to this Mars-Saturn conjunction in Aquarius. And from that, it'll be trining the North Node at 1 degree. And this is all going to be having an opposition to Uranus and Taurus, which is squaring Mars. So it's just I wish I could show you, but it's a big thing happening. So this energy is basically going to be helping us initiate our desires, helping us initiate our destiny, because the North Node being at 1 degree, the South Node in Capricorn being at 1 degree, that energy is to embrace that Cancerian energy, the North Node in Cancer energy, of what foundation it is that we need to be building upon, and releasing the old structures that has not worked for us. So this is all working for us. So at the beginning of the week, we're kind of like getting detailed in it. We're using the energy to figure it all out, to fill it all out. And then later on in the week, it's going to be like an aha moment that this is what I need for my foundation. So that is all that I have for Galactic Gossip. This is going to be a really deep, transformative week within yourself and in the things that you value, and also seeing the value in you. So remember, nothing happens to us, everything happens for us. And this energy is happening for us to move into this new era, move into this new world, and create and manifest the lives that we so choose to have. So just sit with yourself this week and just kind of get really solid on what it is that you want. Get so sure on what it is that you truly desire to have in your life. And that goes from people, places, things, the job. Get detailed, know what you want, and move through this energy this week and release the things that does not align with your destiny, your purpose, or your values. So I hope that this has been uber helpful for y'all. And if y'all need any insight on your natal chart or how any of this energy is going to manifest for you, please feel free to reach out to me. You can find my information in my bio in the description box below. So I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye.